Hello, everyone, and welcome to our post-game show where the Islanders lost 5-1 to the New York Rangers. I'm your host, Mitch Anderson. Matt will likely be here at some point. He's doing his Jets thing right now, but he told me he had some thoughts on the game, and so he'll be here soon. But holy crap, does this feel awful? Right? Like as Jeremy starts off, ugh, completely accurate, and then you go into the Brodzinski thing, scoring a bunch of stuff. But like, I don't get it, man. We were the better team, and I know some of you don't want to hear it. You're gonna hear Patrick Waugh say, I don't know why I said it that way. Patrick Waugh say it. The Islanders were the better team for most of this game until the score got out of hand. The Islanders were the better team on the ice. It wasn't even close. It just was not close. How like the Islanders were just out skating them, outperforming them. Maybe not. Yeah, they were outperforming them. Everything was going in the Islanders' favor, except for the most important part, which is, like we all know, putting pucks in the net. And the Islanders just couldn't friggin' do it for the life of them. They just couldn't do it at all whatsoever. But the Rangers had no problems. No problems scoring goals. And it started within 6 minutes, 6 minutes and 22 seconds into the game. The Islanders were up, I believe it was 7-1 in shots at this point when this goal goes in from Euro Vakanainen. Just not really a difficult shot, if you will, but it happened because he was able to just kind of skate into some wide open ice. Look at all that ice that's going to form right here. You have three players in Peugeot, in Siplikov, and in Ryan Pollock just kind of sit here and do nothing with this ice once Riley Smith, I believe, kind of cycles. Watch him go through, and there. Where's Peugeot going? Who's Peugeot got? Where's Peugeot going? Like, Pollock should be getting this guy. Peugeot should be getting 91, and Sippy's got number 4. But because of this, he goes, and Vakanainen's got all this ice, and he gets it off of Scott Perunovich. And then we're down 1-0 within 6 minutes. Thankfully, we definitely tied up within a minute with Romanov, where we almost do the same. Not exactly, but almost. We get it to the point, we work it around, some open ice. He just throws it on the net. It catches a deflection, and it's in. And we tie the game, which is a little bit of relief. But then the hits on coming. Like Orbican is saying here, Ilya is constantly screened. We were so bad at keeping people away from the front of the net. On the second one here, the first one from Johnny Brodzinski, he is screened with Matt Rempe in front of the net. So he doesn't see the deflection off Scott Perunovich's skate here. So you're going to see this come off of Scott Perunovich right there. Now, Ilya Sorokin doesn't see that. He doesn't see it. But as Orbican is saying, we're not really doing a great job of getting the guy out in front of the net. Ryan Pollock isn't doing anything to get Matt Rempe out there. And that's all he's there for. Matt Rempe's there to be a big ass pylon and stand in front of Ilya Sorokin and block his view, which he did a good job of. Like, that was what Rempe was supposed to do. But the Rangers are now up 2-1, and you're going, like, can we not have good things, please? We finally get a goal. We're back into the game that we were dominating. We were dominating even up until this point. Can we not just keep that going? And we just couldn't. And at this point, by the time this goal goes in, the second one for the Rangers, I'm starting to grow worried about Ilya Sorokin and his ability. Connor chimes in right away. You're not the first one to say it, but Connor's like, call me crazy, but I don't think Sorokin was horrible. Whoa. I misread that initially. I do think that's crazy. Sorry, Connor, but I think that's crazy. Sorokin was horrendous. I understand the first 2 goals that he let in were deflections, and there's nothing he could have done on it. But he was fighting his net the entire night. And what I mean by that is typically a goalie knows where his parameters, if you will, where he is in terms of his net. If I'm this far out, I've got this wide open. If I'm this far out, this is all open. I know I'm centered or where I am within relation to my net. Sorokin did not have that all night. He was wildly aggressive and all over the place, leaving holes left, right, and center. Okay, Connor corrects himself. That's what he meant. That Sorokin was indeed horrible. And I just like Matt is saying, hard to watch Sorokin a bad game, but not getting much support from his D-men. Kind of fair. Fourth goal has to be saved. Yeah. Everything else is just a complete team breakdown and no clearing the net. Yeah. But he was fighting the angles, man. That third one from Johnny Brodzinski in this period, the third goal by the Rangers in the third period, just not great. Like if I can make this any bigger, there we go. So you can see it a little bit better. Let me refresh that. I'm sure you've all seen it, but there's nothing too bad here. It's a board battle lost. It gets cycled a little bit, and he just throws it. And Sorokin has no idea where that puck is. He has no idea what is happening. He doesn't hear the pass, I assume, because he doesn't track it. That pass that is made at the top of the key here, or I'm just going to try to pause it in a second right where I'm talking about. This pass there. Sorokin does not catch this pass. What? You can see him. He's still fixated on 23. His eyesight is still in 23. It is not. He has not shifted over to the center of the ice where 22 is, where Johnny Brodzinski is. He doesn't know this pass is being made. That's a problem. He's not tracking the puck. That is not okay. And then so by that virtue, he's lost it. He doesn't know where the puck is. So he doesn't hear the shot coming. He doesn't know where it is. You can't have that happen. To me, that is a huge warning bell. And I'm sure Patty said it as well. But holy Christ, like that was really, really bad from Ilya Sorokin in that first period. Absolutely garbage. The Islanders were the better team by far. The 5 shots is kind of surprising by the Rangers, but we had outshot them 9-5 in that first period. But we were still down 3-1. And it's because of Sorokin. It really is. I don't like blaming goalies, but as one myself, I know when I'm not on. And that was a game where Sorokin was not on. He was not at his best at all. Everyone will just burn Sorokin tonight, but you got to remember how good he was during the winning streak, and we know how he can play. I agree. Yeah, he was great during that winning streak. He had some great numbers. He has great numbers over his career. There's a good goalie there. There was just something fundamentally wrong with his game tonight. That doesn't mean he's fundamentally flawed and will never be good again. There's a good goalie there. It's just tonight he did not have it, and that is a big reason as to why the Islanders didn't. Well, we didn't score any friggin' goals for all the things that we generated, but Sorokin certainly didn't help. He did not help. But we end the period down 3-1. I still wasn't totally convinced that the Islanders were out of it at this point. I was like, well, we've still got 40 minutes to play. I think we can still be all right if we continue playing the way that we were playing, because we were playing very well. The Islanders were the better team in that first period. If I just share this tab, and I know some of you are going to be like, I don't care about underlying numbers, but I kind of do. Oh, there's our buddy. That's why the banner up top changed. There's our guy, Maddie. What's up? I know you've got some thoughts. I know you have thoughts.
I do have thoughts. I don't know why anytime I pop in here, the banner changes.
Yeah. Let me change that. You go. Give your thoughts and I'll change it.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, I'll toss it to the regular screen, then we could go back to doing whatever. But what in the actual fuck was that tonight, Mitch? Like, we know the Islanders are putting on, and Lou's putting on this facade that they're still in it, right? So can we just operate under the assumption that this team, at least internally, still believes that they are in this race, right?
Yeah.
In a huge, massive 4-point swing game against the team that you're chasing, a division rival, just a rival in general, because it's, the Rangers. It put on this absolute dud. 5-1 loss. I don't want to hear Lou saying, oh, we still believe we're in it. No, this could not have made it any more clear, abundantly more clear, that this team stinks. This team is not good enough, and they need to do whatever they can to hit the reset button, because that was pathetic tonight. And I know, like, expected goals, right? I'm sure we were looking at expected goal numbers. The goalie stunk tonight. And I'm a Sorokin guy. I think he gets a little too much criticism at times, but there was no I don't know how far into the goal sharing you are here, but that third goal was horrific. And the fourth one wasn't much better either.
No, that's basically where I'm at looking at the JT Miller goal. And other people that have mentioned that it wasn't just all Sorokin, like his team wasn't helping him out. And on that fourth one, they just kind of let JT Miller alone in the slot. I don't understand why you would let JT Miller alone in the slot like this. Like, just watch all the space he has to operate on this goal. It makes no sense. Well, look at him. Look at all that space he's got. Brock comes in for a second and just leaves. Where did you go? Why did you leave him, Brock? What are you doing?
It's just, they were, and I know, like, you're sharing your screen. So we see 37 shots on goal, and they only allowed 18 shots. And the expected goal numbers are going to be in favor of the Islanders. So maybe we'll be saying, like, dud might be a bit extreme, but the scoreboard doesn't lie. Like, they, for whatever reason, and I know they still got 37 shots, but how many times do we hear, oh, can't get that one to go, sends it wide, flubs the shot? Like, they can't finish their opportunities when they do get their opportunities. And it's just a frustrating and painful watch, like, every single night with this team. Now they've lost 4 straight games, right? Because the 2 before the break and 2 out of the break. It's like you're pulling teeth to try to get anything out of this team right now.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. In terms of blocked shots, because I know Andre says something here, like, it's the same crap year after year cannot score. They missed so many shots, as you were kind of alluding to there, absurd amounts. They had, 37 shots in all situations, right?
Yep.
I just want to bring up those numbers so I have it all. So 37 shots on net. They had 63 unblocked shot attempts, or blocked shot. Yeah, 63 minus 37. They missed 26 shots. That's a lot of missed shots, man.
Yep.
A lot. Just not okay. That's just not enough. Is that 20? Is it right? I don't know if it's going to be 83 minus, 20 or 26 missed shots. It's one of the two. There's still way too many.
No matter how you slice it, it's not a good number.
No. Which is why we are where we are. Like, not only did we lose 5-1 because our goalie was not playing well at all, but we lost 5-1 because our forwards weren't converting. Not even just forwards. Our skaters were not converting shots to goals at all.
Nope. No, just like an ugly must-win game. Like, again, if you want to put on the facade that they're still in the mix and they're fighting for a playoff spot, you had to have this game against the team that you're chasing, the one directly in front of you, and you lost 5-1 on your home ice.
Yeah. I'm scrolling here because I see that Joe's looking for in the attendance numbers. I don't know how important that is. It might be important to you, but like, they usually have it here. They don't have it right now. I don't know where we're going to get that.
It cleared out pretty freaking early. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, we were watching the game live on stream, all of us on the Discord channel. So PS, sign up to our Patreon, get in on the Discord and watch the game with us sometimes. We were watching tonight, and one of the Patreon members is a season ticket holder. He left after the second period. He's like, I've never been home so early.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You spend a lot of money to go. You spend a lot of money to park if you drive. But if you take the train, that's takes a lot out of your day, obviously, right? To get that kind of performance, why would you stay? I don't blame him at all.
Yeah, no, I don't. And like, it was good for 40 minutes. It was good for maybe not good. It was fine until 40 minutes, and then when JT Miller. That's when it's like the game's gone to me. At that point, the game was gone. And then to make matters friggin' worse, Matt Rempe scores. I'm a pylon Rempe scores. Like, on a good deflection. Good job by him.
Yeah, it was a good deflection. But also, that was another point that I wanted to bring up that I didn't. Did the Islanders win a puck battle tonight? Is there anyone that you could point to and go, man, like that was a good job along the boards that they got that puck out of the zone, or they were able to get the Rangers just, and this is such a hockey cliche, so forgive me in advance for what I'm about to say, but it just felt like the Rangers wanted it more. Like the effort level was there, and for the Islanders, I didn't feel like that effort level was there.
To me, it felt like it was there for the 40 minutes, and then it wasn't anymore because the game, at that point was lost. But like the Islanders, I honestly firmly believe their transition game was outstanding. They're generating shots. Their passes were crisp. The movement of the puck was great. They were playing so well, but they're just not putting it together as a complete product. And that's kind of, the lack of talent that is showing, because you're creating all these opportunities and you just don't have the talent to put it away.
But Mitch, while we're talking, talent, and I was bringing up how, this was an important game and a big swing. So the Rangers win. Yeah. They're up to 62 points, 2 points out of a playoff spot. With the Islanders' loss, that drops them to 7 points out of a playoff spot and third worst in the East.
Yeah, because teams around us have won, right? Like Montreal won 4-0. Philadelphia spanked, I believe, whoever they were playing. I forget who they were playing. I think they won like 6-1 or something like that. Boston won. Obviously, the Rangers won, and Columbus won as well. Like, that's all the teams around us.
Yes,
where we were needing, losses to kind of help, did not get it.
6-1 with the Flyers over Pittsburgh. Boston ended up losing in overtime, but they pick up a point.
Oh, okay. They lost in overtime, but they get a point, right? And so they're still in it. And we're still technically in, but like, I think like Alon says it earlier here, like you got to sell everyone.
Yep.
Just sell everyone and fire Lou, they say, which, it's time.
Yeah, it's time. No, Brock Nelson, we want you on a 3-year extension. No, Kyle Palmieri, let's bring you back to. But it's hey, we gave him 4 years, so we got the number down to 3.5. Stop. I don't want to hear. You want to bring back Maxim Siplikov because he's 26 for $3 million for 2-3 years? Fine. Simon Holmstrom, fine. Sell Kyle Palmieri, sell Brock Nelson. You take calls on Pajot. You could take calls on Lee. You could take calls on a defenseman if someone really wants Mayfield or Pulock or Pelech or whoever. Right? Not saying that it's likely, but do your due diligence and let's have an active 6 days or however long it is before the trade deadline. A little bit more. I think it's 9 days to the trade deadline.
Yeah, I think it's the 7th. Is it not? March 7th is the day.
Yeah, so a little bit longer, but next Friday. Yeah, you have a week plus to start getting your ducks in a row here.
Yeah, it is time. Boston has already waved the white towel and they won today. And they're only 2 points out of a playoff spot. Like, they might get in by accident at this point. We're not getting in by accident. We really need to start winning these games. That's probably not going to happen. And so you've got to, as Lou, realize, all right, now is the time. Now is the time to start actively shopping these guys. We've been told that a contract offer was made to Brock Nelson. Nothing is made official, so we have to assume he hasn't signed it yet. Also, one has been made towards Kyle Palmieri, or there's discussions hasn't signed that either. You have to trade those players. They cannot be here going forward.
Nope, get them out. I half jokingly tweeted today, trade Matt Martin. he's on IR. You don't even have to worry about Matt Martin. He's on Robidas Island, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I half jokingly, but also very seriously, tweeted about Brock Nelson getting traded to the Minnesota Wild because they lost Joel Eriksson Ek. Yeah. And apparently he's going to miss some time too. I know they don't have first round, but like, I don't know. Figure it out. Figure it the fuck out, man. Like, you got to start moving guys, get them out. I know Winnipeg made available one of their first rounders from a couple years ago too. Forgive me. His name's escaping me. I'll pull it up while we talk here for a second.
Brad Lambert.
I think so.
Yeah. Fine. But like, yes, of course he's got that trade protection, which makes it so much harder, but I'm not going to say it's clear, but it seems that Brock is not on the beach, but you kind of get what I'm saying, right? He's seeing himself playing somewhere else right now. It's not to mean he has any disrespect for the Islanders. It's not to mean that he doesn't like the Islanders or like playing on the island. It's just, I think at this point, he's like, I'm resigned to be playing in the playoffs on a team that's competitive, and this is not it.
Yeah, it was Brad Lambert, by the way, who was a first rounder in 2022.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine.
You got to do something.
Yeah. And yeah, the third period, I thought there'd be some sort of fight. Jakub Skarek comes in. He looked fine, but please, no one needs to start getting like singing the praise of Jakub Skarek.
It's to start Thursday, right?
Yeah. God. If he can have that month like he had in Bridgeport, that 1 January, then we'll see. But no one start thinking that this is the backup of the future. It's just not. There's a reason they're so hesitant to play him.
Yep.
Anyways, and so that's how the game ends. 5-1. The Islanders don't put up much of a fight at the end, which really sucks. We're going to see this team in 2 days, or no, in 2 games, I should say. 3 games. We play Boston, Predators, and then the Rangers again. So
fantastic.
Yeah, as Bean Burrito said, we got belt to ass.
Yeah, they did. They did fucking get belt to ass.
I had a few of those in my life. Well, my parents were not scared of using that thing.
Oh God.
Anyways, do you want to do the game there?
Yeah, let's go over some ice times. Who do we got leading the way for forwards?
Brock Nelson, I think.
Not a bad guess. He's second at 17:45. Bo Horvat's first at 18:03.
He felt anonymous. Did Bo Horvat? He had that one good attempt, I think, and then other than that, I didn't really see him most of the night. To be fair, I was on stream, so maybe I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have.
He had 5 shots, but they were pretty quiet 5 shots.
Wow, yeah, absolutely. That's insane.
Would not have guessed that by watching tonight.
No, not at all. Okay, what about least? I'm gonna say Kyle McLean because that's what it was last time. Okay,
nailed it. Kyle McLean, 11:44.
Defenseman most time on ice. I'm gonna say Tony DeAngelo.
Not a bad guess. He was second. It's Romanov at 22:17.
It's always the other one every time, every freaking time. Least amount of ice time for defenseman Boquist.
No, he was third, surprisingly. Perunovich at 16:37.
Yeah, okay. That I kind of like that because Boquist played well. I thought because he was, the fluctuating between either him or Scott Mayfield that maybe he doesn't get it. And Perunovich, well, you got the 2 goals against coming off of you type of thing, and he was fine. Boquist gave us the speed that we were looking for. Uh-oh.
Well, I'm just the box score is just ugly. Sorokin stopped 6 of 11 for a 545 save percentage tonight.
Is that his worst save percentage ever? I assume it was.
Let's see. I could pull up his game logs. And again, I'm a Sorokin fan. I like Ilya Sorokin, but there's no defending tonight. I saw some trying to be like, I don't know how after the first period, like I don't know how you could put that on Sorokin. Like the third one was abysmal, and then this was before the fourth one. The fourth one was also pretty bad too. The 2 deflections. Okay, I'll give you the first 2. It won't let me do career game logs for Sorokin.
No, you have to do year by year. Although even the second one, man, like you can see he's still moving away. I don't know if he was centered to that shot on the second one before it got the deflection. I don't think he was centered. And then the third one was that's amateur hour. Those are mistakes that I would make, right? Where you can't find the shot because you don't know where the pass is made. You're just not tracking the puck anymore. And that's a fundamental thing.
In 2022 against Detroit, he gave up 1 goal on 2 shots. So that's technically worse. But
okay, fair enough.
That's the only one that's even remotely close.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Anyways.
Oh no. Well. Okay. So, how about 4 goals on 9 shots in 2021 of 556?
Okay, that's bad. So he's had a few of these clunkers in his career.
You too.
But still, giving up 6 goals. Sorry, not 6 goals. 5 goals on 9 shots. You said tonight or 11?
No, 11.
That's just not enough. Like he saw 11 shots in how much ice time? 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, 40. Mm-hmm.
11 shots. That's all he had to do. That's it. That's how good the Islanders were tonight.
Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah. Like even Connor is saying something here was like, I saw something on Instagram saying the Isles should trade Sorokin. That's insane. He was horrible tonight, but as a goalie, that's just going to happen. You got to accept and move on. Fair.
It is going to happen. He's had a frustrating 2-year sample. I think he's definitely been better this year than he was last year, in my opinion, but I would like him to go back to being the 925 goalie we were used to.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Even like a 915. I'll take that, please.
Yeah. League average.
As Sloppy said, Shesterkin did the same thing against Buffalo a few nights ago. No one is suing either him or Sorokin are bad goalies. Just a really bad night. Yeah, I don't know if he allowed all 8 by Buffalo, but he at least allowed 5 in the first period.
Yeah, it was 5. They pulled him after 5 goals.
Yeah, so there you go, right? Like goalies have bad nights. This was certainly a bad one from Sorokin, but you don't go like, this is a bad night, we're trading Sorokin. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you want to read off the game stats or do you want to just get to some comments?
Let's just do comments. I can't. I don't have it in me, Mitch.
Game stats are right there. Anyways, you can read them on the screen if you want to. Where do we want to go to? I already read some of these. I'm just trying to find the ones that I have. It was like 70% Ranger fans tonight, according to Andre. That sucks.
That does.
But that's nothing new, isn't it?
No.
Yeah. Where was it? Okay, like this is what I was saying, Steve. Like the 2 deflections, I get it, but the rest was rough. Look, lost in his crease.
Yep.
100%.
He did 100. That's a fair description from Steve.
Yeah. So Wicked 50 says, as sad as this sounds, I can't say I'm unhappy with the result. Closer to hopefully selling, closer to getting rid of Lou, hopefully, and hopefully closer to the top of the draft.
I don't hate the comment. I know it sucks to say that, but would you feel better if the Islanders were like, I don't know, there were only 2 teams out, kind of like where they were a few right when the break, when they came back from the break, or would you rather them be where they are now after these 2 losses? When again, it's becoming significantly more. It's been obvious, but there's no defending.
No,
there's no, the illusion's gone. Is the point? Yeah,
exactly. And if you'll indulge me here. On Tankathon, according to them, the Islanders have the 6th hardest remaining schedule in the NHL. So for all you tankers out there, like only Detroit and Buffalo have harder schedules, and Columbus in the East. I don't care about the Rangers, screw them. But like Buffalo's a team that we're trying to crumble towards. So we could end up near the bottom, and that could certainly help us when it comes to the draft.
Yep, it could.
Yeah. Where else we got here? 50 saying that Boquist had a good game. I don't know. It was fine, I thought.
I see a good one. Can I pop this one on?
Yes.
XTGG says Mayfield trade incoming with being scratched today.
I would love that. Would you?
Yeah, I would trade him, but I don't think that's the reason. I think it was just, he came back and was only able to play 10 minutes and didn't look great in those 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's just it. And he, like Patty said, I wanted more speed, and he's not giving you. Although, come off season, like if Patty wants more speed, you don't keep Scott Mayfield.
You can't.
And like they killed the penalty pretty well today. They only had the 1, but they killed it off pretty well without Scott Mayfield. So like, what do you do here, Scott Mayfield, if you're not killing penalties?
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
John is saying there's 0 heart.
That's how I felt.
I felt it in the final period. In the final period, like I felt it for sure. Where else are we going here? I'm just trying to get to all of them. Chad. At least we have a lot of help on the way in. Oh God, no, they suck too.
They do stink.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot coming out of Bridgeport. Mentioned it before with Williams Full, Matthew Maggio just not doing it. There's no one really standing out there other than Isaiah George. And we've seen enough of Semyon Budzik where I think we know what we got there.
Yep. I've seen enough.
Yeah. What are you about to think about this untouchables list here from Orbican? Sorokin, Barzal, Romy, Horvat, Holmstrom, Yzerman.
Good list.
I don't know if Holmstrom's untouchable, but I don't I see why you have him on your list.
Yeah, good list.
Yeah. I love how our people are holding out for us. Usually it's Chad. Today it's Gary. I'm sure Chad will put it in there. Hit the like and subscribe button, please, everyone. What else do we got? Anyone good in the ECHL team, please? Only Hope?
I don't think so.
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. No. There's no savior in this organization right now. Even Cole Eiserman is not that.
No.
Yeah.
I like Cole, though.
Yeah. And final one here that I want to get to, because this is something that happened in the game that we didn't touch on. Patty pulls the goalie at 8.5 minutes or 8 minutes and some change, down 5-1. And it's pure and utter confusion. And rightfully so. Why the hell would you do that, man?
Yeah. Why? I don't. At that point, just play through the final 8 and say we'll give it another go on Thursday or whenever they play.
Like, I get that you're going. I'm trying to give you every opportunity to win, but like, you're just not going to do it, man. You're going to score 2 goals or a goal every 2 minutes. Come on. We all know that's not happening.
Yep.
This crap is happening as season ticket renewals have just gone out.
Oh, fantastic time. It was like, and I don't blame this poor ticket rep who kept reaching out to me, but when I went to the game against the Flyers, I got like 4 calls trying to get me to go to games. I'm like, this is why I buy tickets on the secondary market, so I don't have to deal with this.
Yeah, they're getting desperate. They're getting desperate, just like we are to see what the Islanders do over the next week as they navigate this trade deadline that's coming up.
We're going to have a lot of topics to talk about on the channel, at least if we're going to positive spin. And I think we've batted around the idea of going live on deadline day. I think we keep that in the hopper too.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. So as Gary says, hit the like and subscribe button, please.
Yes. Drop a like, drop a subscribe. We're going to call it. I think we've kind of beaten this one to death here, Mitch.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, guys, that'll do it for us. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Matt. He is Mitch, and we will catch you next time.